Hello students, today we are going to learn about plant modification. The plant parts, root, stem and leaf are modified to perform special functions. That modifications are called plant modifications. First of all, we are going to see about root modifications. Roots are modified into store food. Some roots are modified to perform mechanical support to plant. Few roots are used for gaseous exchange, and some sucking roots are there. They are sucking food from other plants. We will see now. Roots for storage. Look at radish, turnip, beetroot, and carrot. They all grow under the soil. All these vegetables, swollen roots, stores food. In radish, you think about the shape of the radish, swollen in the middle and tapering at the both ends. So this shape is known as spindle shape. The another root type is known as conical shape. You see in carrot, the shape of the carrot somewhat in conical shape, like conice. That is the broad apex and gradually tapering at the base. But you see in beetroot, the broad base, suddenly tapering shortly towards the apex. This type is known as tap model. Bambaram sollumla and the model. Spindle shape, radish, tap shape, beetroot, and conical shape, carrot. Then you see in banyan tree, some long roots are raised from the branches and they grow towards the soil and give a mechanical support to the plant. So this type of root is known as. Next one is stilt roots. You can see in maize, makacholam. You see that maize roots are having some additional roots near the soil to give additional support to the plant. That roots are known as stilt roots. The next one is climbing roots. In beetle and black pepper, nodes and internodes of the stem produce some roots. That roots are helpful to climb the plant upwards. So they are called climbing roots. Next new root you see in this class only, I think. Breathing roots are respiratory roots. These roots are found in the plant named Avicennia. It is present in mangrove area. What is the meaning of mangrove? I think you know. The meeting point of sea and river. In that place, sea water and river water mingled each other. In that area, some plant is grown. That plant is known as Avicennia. This Avicennia roots are, some roots are growing upward the soil against the gravitational force. And these roots are having some pores. That pores are called pneumatophores. The pneumatophores absorb the surrounding gas used for gaseous exchange. That is respiration. For respiration, this gas is used. So these roots are called respiratory roots. Then another one is hysterial roots. Hysterial roots are otherwise known as sucking roots. The sucking roots are present in a plant, Cuscuta. Cuscuta is a plant which is a parasite. That is, it needs or it depends on another plant for its all living functions. That is, it stays on that plant and also produce a long root. That root penetrate the stem of another plant and absorb the water and food from that plant. So this cuscuta is known as a parasitic plant, and the roots of this cuscuta is known as sucking roots or hystereal roots. Then next we are going to see about modifications of stem. The stem modification are three types: aerial modification, subaerial modification and underground modification. In aerial modification, phylloclade is one of the aerial modification. It is seen in cactus plant. I think you are already known about cactus in your lower classes. Cactus plant is a desert plant. In order to reduce its transpiration, the leaves are modified into spines or thorns. The broader leaves are modified into thorns. Then the stem is modified into leaf-like structure. So it performs a leaf function, that is photosynthesis is performed by the stem here. So this aerial modification is known as phylloclade. The next one is subaerial modification. Subaerial modification means the stems near the soil. It is grown near the soil. The subaerial modifications are four types: runner, stolen, sucker, offset. Runner, stolen, sucker, offset. Runner, you see in the plant greens. வல்லாரை கீரை கேள்விப்பட்டிருப்பீங்க எல்லாருமே. வல்லாரை is one of the example. It is this green is very important for our brain development. வல்லாரை கீரை. So the வல்லாரை plant is the example for this runner. The stem grows laterally on the surface of the soil and breaks up to produce roots. Okay, that above the roots a new plant is formed. Then another subaerial modification is stolen. The stem grows upwards and then bends towards the ground upon touching the ground. So where the stem touches the ground, in that place roots are formed and new plant is formed. Example, wild strawberry. The next subaerial modification is sucker. A weak branches of stems grows diagonally upwards and give rise to new shoot. You can see this type of fruit in chrysanthemum. The underground, the weak stems produce roots and also new plant on the top of it. Then another one is offset. Offset is a short and thick branch that arises from the axial part of the leaf. It produces a tuft of leaves and cluster of small roots below. Example, cornea. It's an offset, a floating plant. Another one is underground modification. There are four types of underground modifications: rhizome, corm, tuber, bulb. Rhizome is an underground thick stem in which nodes and internodes, scale leaves all are present, but it is irregular in shape because of storage of food. Example, ginger and turmeric. Corm is the underground stem. It is a condensed form of rhizome and bears one or more buds in the axils of the scale leaves. Daughter plants may arise from these buds. Example, colocasia. சேப்பக்கிழங்கு சொல்வாங்கள்ல அதான் colocasia. The tuber is a spherical underground stem that stores food. Many of the tubers are having dormant buds. You can see in potato, eyes are many small holes and eyes are in the potato plant, which are, if we leave that tuber, it is an enlarged spherical underground stem that stores food. It has many dormant buds on its surface known as eyes. If you leave the potato for some days, from that new plant will grow. Next one is bulb. The fleshy leaves and scaly leaves are produced bulb. Example for bulb is garlic and onion. And the food is stored in between the fleshy leaves. The food stores in the fleshy leaves. Then modifications of leaf. Leaves are modified because of environment. As you see in Opensia, leaves are reduced to spines. The stem is modified into leaves. Next, we are going to learn about modifications of leaf. Leaves are modified to perform special functions. For example, in Opensia, leaves are modified into spines, and the stem becomes green and it perform leaves functions, that is photosynthesis. So leaves are modified into spines in order to reduce transpiration. Next one is tendrils. Tendrils, the leaf is modified into small tapering organ, that is known as tendril. That tendril catch the support plant or supporter to raise the plant. So that is a tendril. Example for tendril is Pisum sativum, that is pure plant. Terminal leaflets are modified into tendrils, and Gloriosa superba, leaf tips are modified into tendrils. Then the next one, phyllodes. In acacia, petioles expand to form a leaf-like structure. They carry out the function of leaf, that is photosynthesis. Then other modification of leaf is traps. As you see in your lower classes, Nepenthes, Drosera are the trapping plants which trap insects and kill the insects. From that insects, it can obtain nitrogen. Plants that grow in nitrogen deficient places are showing this type of adaptations. So in Nepenthes, having flask-like structure, leaf are modified into flask-like structure. It attracts insects and trap the insect, then digest it and extract the nitrogen needed for them. Example, Nepenthes. Today we learnt about modification of root, modification of stem and modification of leaf. Okay. Next class we will learn more about them. Thank you.